Okay. So what do you think about having two teachers that are available to you during your science class for instruction? What are your thoughts on that?
It's helpful.
It's what?
Helpful.
Helpful?
Yeah, I think it's very helpful because when one of the teachers aren't available, we have the co-teacher to help us.
Okay.
Well, it provides a great learning environment. Having two teachers in one room, you could go into one or the other. So, in turn, it also helps the students to understand, get better grasp the understanding of what's going on in science class. Because I, for one, sometimes get confused with what's going on. So I have two teachers to ask for help, and each give me their own understanding of what's going on.
Nice. Any other thoughts?
I agree. I think sometimes it saves time if one teacher is busy with something, like maybe helping another student or like doing something else that we have to do for the class. You can ask another teacher. So if you need help with something, I'll just help you out with that.
Thanks. So how has having two teachers in your science class changed the way that you've learned science?
I think it's only made learning science better and in some ways funner because instead of stopping the whole class because one person doesn't understand something, the co-teacher can go and help them out while the main teacher can help the other students while continuing the lesson.
Has anybody had that experience where you've needed a little extra help on something and the whole class doesn't have to stop?
Yeah.
You have, Crystal?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How comfortable do you feel doing that? Does that make you feel more comfortable or less comfortable knowing that you don't have to stop the whole class just because you don't understand something?
More comfortable.
More comfortable? Yeah. Amy, how do you feel?
Yeah, because just basically it's because you don't have to stop the whole class and it's not like you're embarrassed to ask a question.
Okay.
I think it also gives you options, because everybody, I think Christian said that, everybody has different, ways that they learn it, so each teacher has a different thing, different way to get the same answer, so you have options if you have to solve that at the same time.
Great. All right, I'm going to pause. Can you guys give an example of a situation in science class where you've really benefited from having the expertise of two different teachers?
What we did is a design challenge, the locker design challenge, and we were experimenting on how to do it, and then we needed help. And when we called the assistant or the assistant teacher, and then we needed help and we needed background information, and we got the information while the other teacher was helping other students.
Did that happen in other design challenges where you guys were working in groups but really needed some guidance? That wasn't like a whole class situation, but rather an independent group problem?
Yeah, because sometimes we do we have a group that we don't usually work with. So we have, the co-teacher usually helps us sometimes because we don't all understand everybody's needs. So sometimes the co-teacher can help some people in the group while the others can carry on another task in a design challenge.
Okay.
Well, it's not necessarily always in the design challenge, but I think last class we were learning about forces and static friction and all the types of frictions. And one person in my group, they didn't understand as much. And while Miss Educado was teaching or helping out another group, we called on our co-ed teacher, Miss Santos, and she actually explained to us what was going on and how this works, how that works. So it created this knowledge that this more knowledge to grasp on while we were in the group. And it's not always inside the design challenge, but bookwork or any worksheets we get. It's good to have that extra helping hand to help us instead of regular teachers.
Also, I think it's helpful, when it comes to most of the classwork that we do in groups, there's usually everybody has their own work that they do, so everyone's gonna have different math and different numbers in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So each group is gonna have more specific questions than as a class. So sometimes it's helpful to have the assistant teacher because they'll help with the specific problem rather than because it's harder to tell the whole class about one specific thing, one good pad.
Do you find that you work in groups where everybody has different strengths and different weaknesses?
Yeah.
So does it help to have one of your teachers be available to guide you each along so that you get to your end goal together as a team.
Yeah.
Have you had that experience, Crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Amy? Yeah. Okay. Any other experiences that you guys want to share, positive or other?
It's actually more fun having two teachers, because when you see the main teacher and co-teacher working together, and you have more fun because they get to work with the whole class.
Plus, they have different personalities.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for your input.